like I said, I mean, that's just what I've wanted. I've loved my time in Edmonton so far. The team is progressing the way we want it to, and I want to be a part of it. I want to be a part of that, and obviously, the biggest reason I want to stay is that I want to win at Edmonton. So we have lots of connections there. I mean, fans have treated me so well. The organization's been great, and yeah, so it was just it was the easy decision to want to stay, and just happy to be able to make it work.
Having said that, so you were always coming back here, or did you have a line in the sand where you were like, you know, if it doesn't work out, I'm fully willing to explore the unrestricted free agency?
Well, I mean, in my mind, it was always I wanted to come back, and I wanted to be able to find a way to make it work. And talking to Ken, I know he felt the same way. So it was just about finding the right way to do it, and just very happy to be able to have done it. And that was just, like I said, it was just always my goal to be able to stay, and happy to be able to.
Daniel Nugent-Bowman, The Athletic.
Ryan, you said you wanted to be an Oiler, and this is obviously a very big day for you. But having said that, I mean, you've been with this team and in the league for 10 years, and you're a month away from being able to see kind of what else was out there, see if the grass was greener. How much did that kind of play into your mind? What kind of lure was out there do you think of trying to test the open market?
Well, I mean, obviously I knew that I was unrestricted, and I could, but if we were able to work something out with Edmonton before that even came, then that's what I wanted to do. And so, I mean, I thought, obviously you think about it because you have some freedom at this point to kind of explore things, but I didn't think of it in the stance where that's what I wanted to do. I just knew it was an option, but I mean, like I said, it was just overall my whole mindset about it was trying to find a way to stay in Edmonton.
Did you need the no movement clause to sign the contract? Was that a primary need for you?
Well, I think it was an important piece. Obviously, signing an 8-year deal, you want to be protected, and you want to have that assurance from the club that they won't just turn around and send you somewhere else. So that was important to me, and happy that we were able to work that out.
Ryan Rishaug, TSN.
Hey, Ryan, congratulations. Ken Holland just told us that this is one of the most unique and difficult negotiations he's ever been through in his long career. I think that's just given to, the flat cap and COVID and the financial landscape shifting all around you. Was this a bit of an eye-opener for you too in some ways? You've had a great relationship with the organization, but it can get rocky at times too. Was it an eye-opener in that way?
Well, I mean, it was my first hard negotiation like this for sure. I think last time I signed, it was the cap was going up. We had a young group, and I was very fortunate to sign the deal that I did sign, my first coming out at entry level. So yeah, I mean, just with COVID happening, with the flat cap coming in place, obviously it was going to be, and you're seeing it with other free agents now too, and it's a little bit longer process, a little bit more negotiation. So I mean, it took its time to get there, but definitely excited to be able to stay.
You talked about all the connections that you have, and I imagine there's a lot on the personal side as well. I imagine it's a lot to process. Could you be picking up your entire life and moving somewhere else to a new reality of some sort? Do you think that this weighed on you at all during the year, just not having this settled and playing through your contract year like this?
I mean, it was there in the back of my mind. I tried to stay positive and focus as much on hockey as I could, and I felt overall I did a pretty good job of doing that. But at the same time, I mean, everybody going through this, I mean, you're bound to think about it, whether it has an effect or not. You try not to let it. Obviously, it's not an excuse for anything. I mean, it's just it's the way it is. Lots of guys go through this. I'm not the first at all. So I mean, it's just part of the business. And the only thing was that it was kind of my first experience going through a negotiation quite like this. So I don't know if it really affected how I went out and played. I tried not to let it to, and tried to just focus on playing my best every night.
Recording in progress.
Sorry, Ryan, go ahead.
I think that was my two, Sean. Someone
Okay.
else can-
All good. Reed Wilkins, 630 Chad.
Thanks, Sean. Hi, Ryan. Congratulations on the contract. You know, you came into the league 10 years ago. You were a #1 pick, so you're always getting a lot of attention, and your game's always being analyzed. And throughout the last decade, you know, you've been honest too about things you wanted to work on and improve. And I know you're far from done, and you want more points and more wins. But Ken Holland said today, that's the beauty of Nuge, that you can play left wing, you can play center, you can play on the power play, you can kill penalties, and you're a good leader, and all those important things. You know, when you look at the journey, what does it mean now to hear yourself described that way and thought of that way?
Yeah, I mean, it's obviously when your GM is saying those things, it's nice to hear. I mean, I want to establish myself as a good two-way player in this league, and be versatile. And I mean, Edmonton has given me a lot of opportunity to do that. So yeah, I mean, 10 years ago, you never know. Obviously, it's how your career is going to end up. But I mean, I'm happy where I am right now, and I'm just excited to be able to stay and keep winning or get winning here. And I mean, being on a winning team is a lot of fun. And despite not having a ton of success in the playoffs yet, you can feel it coming in this group. And we were hungry. It was a disappointing end of the season for sure. That goes without saying. But overall, I think after the year that we had, and a little weird year, I think we should be proud of the way that we played. I mean, we were 1 goal away in each game, and that's kind of in playoffs, and that's kind of the way it went this year for us. But I want to be a part of this team when we start winning and making those long runs and big pushes in the playoffs.
Thanks, Ryan. That's all for me, Sean.
Gene Principe, Sportsnet.
Hi, hey, Ryan. I'll just add to the congratulations on your new deal. In listening to Ken, he said the first time I think he met with your agent, Rick, was January of 2020. And here we are, almost July of 2021. So it's almost like a year and a half with lots going on. Was it easy for you to be patient, understanding it would get done? Or what was kind of going through your mind over the last, I guess, almost 18 months in order to get what you wanted, which was a good deal for you and what turned into a good deal for the Oilers as well?
Well, yeah, I mean, I told myself to be patient. Obviously, we did start talking a while ago, but just given the circumstance of the season and what was going on with COVID and whatnot, I knew that it was going to be a little bit of a longer process, and I was willing to wait if I had to. But and obviously, you start talking in a year ago, so I mean, I still had some time to free agency, so there was no real rush, but. Now, obviously, it's a weight off the shoulders. I'm happy to be able to have it done and just focus on winning now.
And just to follow up, are you able to kind of describe both on the ice and off the ice why Edmonton, the Oilers, this city just has been, literally a great fit for you from day one when you were drafted #1?
Well, I mean, as far as the fans go, I mean, it's a passionate city about their team. They love the team. They're always there to support. Even my first few years when we were struggling, we were at the bottom of the league. They were still there every night, and I mean, obviously, for the most part, staying positive, and that makes it fun to go out there every night and play in front of those fans. And it's just. I think I've been really lucky that the way the fans have treated me, the way the organization's treated me through the years, and definitely honored to be a part of this team.
Jack Michael, 630 Chad.
Ryan, everything's changed for a lot of us the last 15 and a half months. I'm wondering whether the pandemic itself changed how you viewed the possibility of unrestricted free agency. Did it alter your priority list? Did it redefine at all what was important? Did the pandemic have anything to do with where we are today?
You know what? I don't think it affected it too much. I always had the same goal in my mind, was to stay in Edmonton, and that was before the pandemic. That was and now here we are. So I mean, it's obviously it's changed a lot the way that the seasons have gone the past couple of years. But overall, my mindset has always been to be able to stay in Edmonton and make something work and help the team out to start to win and make those long pushes. And so I think overall it didn't change that mindset too much.
Paul Gazzolo, Oilers TV.
Hey Ryan, congrats. Obviously, the Oilers organization has no shortage of legends to play, but this season you entered the top 10 in all-time Oilers scoring. You're on the cusp of doing so in another bunch of categories. I know winning a championship is first and foremost for you, but what do all those little accomplishments mean to you?
Yeah, I mean it's definitely an honor to be up there with some of those some of the greatest players to ever play the game. So obviously, like you said, I mean the main goal is always to win a cup and be a championship team in Edmonton. But I mean, playing 10 years there now, I'm lucky enough to play with some really good players and some great players, and to be able to help me to be in the top 10 or in points or whatever. But I mean, like you said, overall, it's just the goal has always been to win a cup and become a championship team.